Hi guys. Today we will explore 16 tense moments when animals face danger and fall from great heights. Do you think nature is always so harsh? Share your opinion below the video. The Amazon jaguar is unique in that it turns its tree foals into thrilling ambushes. It descends silently, leaving its prey with no time to react. Although jaguars are better climbers than lions and are virtually invincible in the air, on the ground that advantage is no longer certain. In your opinion, who will ultimately win this confrontation? The seemingly harmless play of two goats turned out to be a turning point that led them to a tragic end. Nature is unforgiving, and this is a brutal lesson for those who are too busy having fun, unaware of the lurking dangers. In the wild, life is not for those who underestimate the power of nature. The Himalayan snow leopard mainly hunt animals such as mountain goats. They use ambush and aggressive tactics to survive in the harsh environment. In particular, the snow leopard protection policy is strictly enforced, banning hunting of this species under the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. Do you know about this snow leopard protection policy? The animals are powerful and very skilled at ambushing their prey. With their white fur that camouflages them in the snow, they can easily approach and attack their prey without warning. Approaching snow leopards is not only dangerous, but also challenging for both humans and invasive species. Remember, nature does not tolerate mistakes. The most tense moment comes when the lion, the king of the savannah, faces the buffalo right on the edge of a cliff. Every movement is slow, calculated, with life and death just a step away. This tense situation reminds us that even the strongest can face insurmountable challenges. think the black bear's weight of 500 to 600 pounds makes it difficult for it to climb the steep slopes. However, its instincts and the need to prepare for a hibernation period of about 4 to 6 months pushed it to try to chase the goat. But what was the end result? Was the black bear's perseverance enough to overcome all the challenges? Are moose antlers so bulky that they throw them off balance at crucial moments? Are sharp falls and sudden collisions the result of the inconvenience these antlers bring? Dangers in nature sometimes come from the very features that we think are our advantages. The tiger and the monkey are fighting on the treetop. The advantage belongs to the monkey for now, but will the final result be in favour of the tiger? Follow me to see what happens next. When the lion cub faced danger in the water, its weakness was clearly not enough to fight off apex predators like hippos and crocodiles. Everything happened so fast. Did you see the outcome? If so, share your thoughts below. Nature is cruel and only the strong survive. During the winter, food availability in snow-covered mountains is severely reduced, especially during the months of November to March, when temperatures can drop below -4 DGF. In these areas, 70% of food sources are frozen or covered in snow, making it difficult for invasive species, especially mountain goats, to survive. Although their strong legs help them move up and down cliffs, finding food is still a major challenge. Nature is cruel and unforgiving. When wolves hunt, they follow their survival instinct. But if too many mountain goats are hunted, it will cause ecological imbalance. If wolves do not hunt, other species will overpopulate, affecting the environment and humans. Under the cover of night, mysterious herds of wild boars ravage French fields. 4,000 to 5,000 volt electric fences vibrate violently to stop their destructive steps. But the rules of electric fences allow you to use them without breaking them. Donkeys are now kept in captivity in the western states of the United States and are no longer used for pulling carts. But electric fences have been accidentally damaged when touched. Rather than being removed, improvements could be made by reducing the voltage to 2,300 volts, combining mechanical fencing and humane management to both control and ensure animal welfare. The punishment of a dog by an electric fence unintentionally becomes a lesson for the entire herd of horses, making them more wary of boundaries. A humane perspective should emphasize that electric fences should be used safely. Instead of turning it into a joke, people should see it as a management tool, not a punishment for the joy of this species. Wagyu cattle are a famous beef breed, but I have a question about the effect of electric current on them. In this case, the cattle were startled by an electric fence that may have been leaking or unstable. It is known that the stress from the electric shock can affect the quality of Wagyu meat, which depends on the health and relaxation of the cattle. In Nagata, Japan, where black bears frequently visit agricultural areas in search of food, authorities deployed electric fences in 2023 to protect crops. However, lack of maintenance has left the fences with only a mild shock, inadvertently putting great pressure on the bears, pushing them into more intense confrontations with humans. Monkeys in China climbed up electric wires, thinking that the high position would provide them with cover and an easy way to find food, but instead was struck by a high voltage current. This is not just an accident, but a warning about environmental pollution that puts animals in difficult situations. Does your country have electric fences around agricultural areas? Young monkeys are at risk from electric fences protecting crops. Do managers check them regularly, or do they let them deteriorate? Can strong ABS plastic insulation save them from these shocks? As far as I know, horses are agile animals with sharp reflexes, often raised to pull carts or graze. However, their curiosity or panic when encountering obstacles makes them susceptible to electric shock, leading to half-crying, half-laughing situations. Because they are considered sacred, deer in Nara are strictly protected and no one is allowed to harm them. However, as the deer population increased, some areas have installed electric fences. This has caused many deer to accidentally touch and receive a mild electric shock. Centuries ago, the Hadza tribe of Tanzania relied on traditional bows and poisoned arrows to hunt baboons. turning the meat into food that kept their people alive through harsh seasons. That story of survival has now twisted into something darker across modern South Africa, especially in Cape Town, where baboon troops spill out of the mountains and onto city streets. They raid garbage bins, tear through kitchens, and even force families to barricade their home. What was once a lifeline for an ancient tribe has become a daily nightmare for suburban residents, igniting fierce debate. Are baboons the invaders, or are we the ones who crossed into their territory? For hunters craving a transformative challenge, targeting baboons on the rugged peaks of South Africa offers spiritual growth that fosters a deep connection with nature while also assisting in humane population control to protect farms and ecosystems.
Straight down. Pull.
These primates, with a social structure in groups dominated by aggressive males weighing up to 99 pounds, exhibit alert behaviours that constantly watch from high perches and retreat quickly from cliffs, making them difficult to spot in steep terrain. Understanding their group dynamics, where the leader alerts the group with a call, helps hunters predict movements, turning the hunt into a strategic one. To succeed on steep slopes, adapt your stalking tactics by observing baboon groups at dawn on ridges, then advance in a crouch with bent knees to move silently over loose rubble, exploiting their downhill feeding patterns for closer shots below 150 yards. Take advantage of the baboon's daily routine of coming down to feed while remaining hidden during their midday rest periods. Always favour the wind to avoid their keen senses. Legally, in South Africa, baboon hunting varies as no permit is required in the Northwest and Western Cape for year-round hunting, while Limpopo requires a permit for non-landowners subject to published seasons. As a hunter, always consult with provincial authorities or outfitters to ensure compliance, as national policy prioritises local regulations over restrictions on these non-threatened species. Not stopping at one measure, based on the latest information sources up to 2025, baboon hunting in South Africa is becoming more popular. This method is often integrated into comprehensive hunting trips at a cost of around $200, 0 cents to $500 per animal. The main reason for the switch from guns to bows and arrows is that bows and arrows are quieter, less likely to startle the herd, and are better suited for hunting from cover. There is no specific year for the industry-wide change, but bows and arrows have become more popular since the 2010 The main difference from baboon hunting with guns is that the hunter must build a hide near water, use a compound bow with a minimum of 40 lb of draw force and 40 ft/lb of kinetic energy to ensure accuracy. Prepare orange or other fruit lures with 20 to 50 pounds, enough to attract the herd without wasting. Each hunt I am allowed to take 1 to 3 to avoid ecological impact, and only target adult males to control the herd. Not all trips are successful and must wait at least 4 to 6 hours in the blind for the herd to approach. As for you, I consider the weather to be a big factor, because the dry season from May to October is the time when visibility is good, heavy rain makes it difficult to move and hide, strong winds expose human scent and make them avoid. Unfortunately, baboon hunting on private land is not always possible due to legal restrictions and safety concerns. If you determine that bow hunting may not be effective in your situation, electric fencing is often recommended as a solution to reduce human-baboon overlap. When properly designed, electric fencing can reduce baboon access to protected areas by nearly 100%. Unfortunately, baboon proofing around the perimeter of a standard residential area is not always possible, because there must be a clear buffer zone, free of nearby buildings or vegetation that baboons could use to jump the fence. Fence specifications also need to be adjusted to ensure that the fence is truly baboon-proof. Regular inspection and maintenance of the fence is also required. If you feel your property is suitable for baboon fencing, contact your nearest government agency for assistance.
These approaches have been great at stopping the spread of some invasive species. Got any ideas for even better solutions? Drop your thoughts in the comments so we can all dive into it together. Thanks for sticking around and watching the whole video. If you liked it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And hey, be sure to tell your friends about us too so they can check it out. Bye and see you in the next video.